Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to Harmony, The Fall of Reverie. We're starting Act 5 today. Probably, I believe, the last act, of which there are 3 chapters. So we're going to play Chapter 1. I'm ready to make some choices, and lucky me, it looks like there are quite a lot of them. My room is too small for me. It is raining and thundering quite hard outside. Hopefully that won't... Oh, dear God. I feel like this is going to be a long episode. Hopefully the rain and thunder won't affect stuff too bad. I live in the aftermath of what the aspirations have done to Brittle. I open my eyes and roll out of the sweltering cocoon of bed sheets.
Wow. It's already so hot.
Something's off with the climate. It's as if the heat never left the air, or our walls, our sidewalks, our bodies, not even in the dead of night. I stretch and rub my face and start in on my morning routine.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
This kind of mundane ritual comes as a kind of relief, but it won't last. It's been a couple of days since the aspirations told me they'd bring a change to the world. It's almost time for me to fulfill my role. In the meantime, I have things to take care of before the Naiads comes to life. The place is now home to dozens of Prussians. After leaving MK's clutches, a lot of them had nowhere else to go. I do think that's a direct consequence of the choice we made at the end, of going with truth and bliss. Because their thing was called the Naiads will stand, or the Naiads will not fall. And I think that looking after the Prussians was part of that. I'm not entirely sure. Nora welcomed them with open arms, and Ursula played along, as if she didn't try to kill them all. It's nice seeing the Naiads so busy again. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
All right. Let's do this.
Ooh. As I leave my room, I hear them. Chanting, screaming, a buzz like angry bees surrounding an interloper. The protesters. Ever since Ursula drove the lawsuit, there's been a pro-MK presence outside the Naiads. Today, there are more of them than usual. There are signs, megaphones, and the occasional camera drone. Not the best start to a morning I've ever had. Okay, so these are all locked off by stuff. Alma didn't make itself heard or seen. Alma didn't take extreme measures. Okay. The aspirations told me they'd take care of the Naiads. Okay, so we're doing this. And that's gonna revoke some stuff. So we won't be able to do that. Okay, so this is gonna have some big consequences, the last thing we did. Yeah. Since Laszlo died and the Prussians arrived, we've been burning through money faster than ever. We have to pay the bills, buy supplies, provide the necessities for our guests as well as ourselves, and make sure the place doesn't collapse around us. Maybe I should look for some kind of outside help before things overwhelm us. Nora said some of the Prussians might even need medication soon, fallout from their treatment at the hands of MK. Although Nora hasn't mentioned it, the school she'd like to go to opens for applications soon, and tuition is steep. We're going broke way faster than expected. You never see this in the movies. The honorable revolutionaries going broke trying to maintain their plumbing. So here we are, brainstorming for ideas.
What about the bar?
What about it?
It's, must be worth something.
Less than you'd think. He built that place himself out of cocktail sticks and willpower.
She sighs.
And the idea of selling it is, to me, quite infuriating.
I didn't mean to.
I know. But Nora can't hear about this. It would turn her rather feral, I'm afraid.
It's Omar's turn to let a sigh escape his tired body.
All right. Noted. So, are we thinking of accepting MK's offer.
They sent us a lawyer and a deal. Financial compensation if and only if we drop all charges and sign a contract with more fine print than any human could possibly read. I have until tonight to decide. I think no. For the time being, Omar and Ursula are waiting for me. They want to know what I think, and Ursula looks stressed. How are we supposed to do this? How are we supposed to get chaos crystals? Oppose MK's offer or consider it. That'll reveal... I wish we could zoom out a little more even. Can we, like... see? Oh! Okay. So we can click on them without confirming, and then we can zoom out to see which ones it'll reveal. Are they revealing the same ones? Yeah, they are. Okay. Well, we still have principles, don't we? We're not taking that money. No. The idea of slipping into bed with MK is horrible. But is that reason enough to say no? The money would save us, keep us going, but...
There's an old Oxyon saying my mother used to quote. The hand that strikes cannot be the hand that feeds.
I think that's right. I hope it is. Who are you talking to right now, Polly?
They can't just smash things up, throw money at us, and expect everyone to forgive and forget. What sort of precedent would that be setting?
That's a lot of money to leave on the table for the sake of principle.
Sometimes you've got to take the risk. When did anyone manage to change things? Really change things without taking a few risks?
I smile and think of Jade, her passion and drive.
Someone has to stand firm. Draw the line. Stop the charade.
Okay, and what did that reveal? Refuse the money or take the money. Okay, this is all... Alright. At this point, we have no choice but going this way, finding a way to survive. And she's gonna warn us of something. And then we can choose between how do I take care of everyone or Nora's school. If I go this way, I can gain truth and bond crystals and then lose one. Tracking down witnesses. Almost charity. Ask for medicine, ask for food. A fundraiser, people are with us. Well, we'll see exactly what these mean once we reach them. Find a way to survive. I only have until tonight to find a solution. Something. Anything.
There's no way this offer is on the level. There'll be traps, loopholes, tripwires.
Maybe they're traps we can turn back on the hunter, though. Something we can use to turn the tide.
Maybe. I'm not a lawyer, and neither are you.
I doubt they're bluffing about the money, at least. They have enough of it.
Perhaps.
I can see Omar closing in on himself, sinking into his thoughts. Maybe he'll come up with a good idea. I leave him to it. I have a couple other things to deal with today. Alright, now we gotta listen to Ursula. What's she thinking? I want to check with my mother. She speaks to me in the kind of severe, measured tone I remember well from my childhood.
Either you find a solution, Polyhymnia, or my hand will be forced. I don't like the thought of accepting their proposal any more than you do, but there are too many things depending on us right now.
The bitterness in her voice is directed at MK, not me. I feel some small relief in knowing that. It's clear how much she hates saying this. But she's right. My powers aren't feeding anyone, and it's hard to see what will happen next. Chaos says, it's going to be so expensive, if only there was a way to make MK give you more money. Or, we shouldn't have to pay so much for the bare minimum. Okay, we don't want Ursula to go behind our back. Alright. So... yeah, I don't want Ursula to go behind my back. So... no, I don't want to, like, goad MK into giving us more money or anything. I'm really against taking the money. Yeah. Okay. So thankfully, and maybe not thankfully, it does seem like we've been blocked off from a lot based on the choice we made at the end of the last act. So there are entire branches with, like, objectives that we can't do. I think. I mean, we have objectives right in the middle here. So, yeah, interestingly enough, it seems like adamantly resisting Glory and Chaos's plan to start a huge riot has locked us into taking either Glory or Chaos objective here. I don't want to take the money. I know that Ursula wants to take the money, but like most things, I agree with Ursula here, so... so I'm gonna go this way. Did I say I agree with Ursula? I disagree with her. We should not take the money. In the kitchen, I steel myself and look at the bills. Ouch. If we can't sell the bar, we'll have to ask the Prussians to pay some kind of rent or move somewhere else. There are no good options, but becoming a landlord. Ew, no. That's the system, isn't it? That's the intent. Capitalism feeds its own. Companies, shareholders, landlords. And the rest of us are left picking over the scraps, helping each other survive. Right now, turning to charity might be the only way to keep the place running. Yeah, I don't want to, like, poke the bear, which seems to be what this is doing. I just want to take a look at... ooh, we could have started an Alma commune. So it says here, bring the Prussians medicine, which implies that they're not living with us. Because of gunfire... ooh. Some crazy stuff can happen here. Okay. More harassment every day. This can go down this track, the same one that Nora's school could bring us down. Publish a video or we'll keep a low profile. Yeah. So, all of the options on the other route seem very aggressive, and I like the path we're on, where we're fighting against MK in our own very quiet kind of way. Which I know in real life isn't the most effective. Like, sometimes rioting and violence is the answer when oppression is the problem. But, yeah, for the sake of this game, and especially for this family who's just lost their patriarch, I think it's the right move. So, Alma's charity. This is the only way to get what we need. I head out into the city. There's a collection of stores that provide for those in need. There's no catchy name, it's just called the Association. It's our only hope right now. I mean, Laszlo's garden can feed a few of us, but not the crowd we're currently dealing with. As I approach the first shop, I feel embarrassed. The other people here look in far worse shape than I do. Shame washes over me. Everything the Association provides to me is something it can't provide to them. How did things end up like this? Not just for me, for everyone here. Atina is a wealthy enough place, modern. There should be more than enough to go around. A drone buzzes overhead in counterpoint to my own conclusion. There is enough to go around, but those on top have taken it for their own. This game is really going all in, like anti-capitalist, anti-corporate. Like, I'm digging it. I'm digging it a lot. I grind my nails into my palms, gulp down my emotions, and step forward. I mostly need food and medicine, but things are rationed as much as possible. Okay, here's a choice. Maybe you can get some medication for the prescience. This is difficult to say and harder to hear, but everyone needs to eat. A fundraiser. Give something in return. People are with us. Well, I always like to go for truth, don't I? So, as important as food is... Hold on. Heart screen. Yes. I'm just all about going for truth right now. Food is important, yes. But... medicine. Let's get medicine. Nora's told me about the debilitating effects that MK's research has had on some of the prescients. Migraines, balance issues, stomach ulcers, lingering side effects, pain. Medicine, that's my priority. The woman behind the counter smiles warmly as I arrive at the head of the queue. She inquires about my day, lightly, gently. She knows not to pry. I smile and reel off some general platitudes. When she asks what I need, I point to the medicine cabinet. Nora will be glad to know we at least have something to help the prescients. I can't just take when I have something to give. Okay. I ask if there's anything they need. I brought anything I could think of that we could spare. The woman smiles again and assures me it's not necessary. I insist in turn. She looks over the items I brought with me. Tools, toys, a few trinkets. There's a large portion of my childhood in these bags. Sorry. I swallow any clinging nostalgia. I don't need them anymore, but someone else might. She takes the toys. For the children, she says, and a few tools. The roof is leaking, she tells me. This will help. I feel better. Now I can fool myself into thinking this was a trade rather than a charity. It's a lie, but a convenient one. Alright, now it's time to choose. They are not just friendly faces, they believe in what you say. They share what they can because they do not fear it will be taken from them. Okay, what's this over here? What goes around? When was that revoked? I don't know. Was that revoked by this? Must have been. We're going with truth. As I go to leave, I spot some people I recognize from Laszlo's bar. They offer me sympathy and solidarity. They tell me they're behind us. They say there are others who demand justice for everything MK has done, and that if we need anything, they'll help any way they can. We just have to ask. At least we're not alone. I thank them again and again. It helps so much to feel that people are rooting for us. Time to answer MK. I mean, I already know what I'm gonna say. Unless there's some huge revelation coming up. Nora asked Jade to help her take care of the prescients, while Yana helped me fix some things around the naiads. Once we finish, I have nothing else to occupy me. I had until tonight to answer MK's offer. I can't avoid it any longer. Accept the money so we can take care of the prescients and keep our home, and so Nora can study what she wants. Hope MK will eventually fall. Or refuse the offer even if things get worse, because we hope we can win in the end. Because I feel such shame at the thought of being paid for my silence. Because Laszlo is dead, and MK is throwing money around as if his life had a price tag. Money won't bring him back. It won't stop people from missing him.
I'll keep fighting, whatever happens. They're not asking me to sign anything.
That's true.
I'm most certainly in this for the long haul.
MK is not my biggest fan right now. They're throwing around terms like associating with terrorists and destruction of property and legal ramifications.
Okay, so all our allies are stepping in now to tell us that yes, we should take the money because they will all keep fighting. I don't know.
So, I'm just hanging in there with the rest of you.
More people in MK's targeting sites. Nora's distress is evident. Quick, something stupid to lighten the mood. Reassure Nora that things are going to be okay. She needs someone to believe in. Okay. I mean, I'm going to reassure Nora because it's the right thing to do, and because if I'm going to refuse the money... 10 chaos crystals? God. Well, I guess that we need more chaos crystals than glory crystals to... because we have had glory around for the least amount of time, so it will take less crystals to fill up her egregor, or her heart screen, I guess. Still, it doesn't feel good getting 10 chaos crystals. I want to offset. I am very much not for either glory or chaos gaining control of the world. So whichever one of these I choose, I want to offset by choosing the other one here. So I'm going to reassure Nora, but then I'm not going to take the money. I take Nora's hand in mine and squeeze gently.
Everything's going to be all right. We'll find a way to make things work.
I almost lie, pretend my powers can make it so. But she's an adult, not my baby sister anymore, and she has powers too. If MK is offering us money, it may be because they know they'll end up losing more.
I'm applying for financial aid to get us a better lawyer. That way, we may be able to face MK on the same footing. If we take the money, we won't need it. But otherwise, it's a good idea to have legal advice. Whatever happens, we'll figure it out together.
Thank you, Polly. I'm so glad you're here. Let's hope for the best.
Okay. We are not taking the money. Show you can provide and work on a solution later. No. We're not taking the money. That would be wrong. Omar and Ursula joined Nora, Jade, and Yana at the empty pool to hear the news. God, why can't I speak today? I wait until everyone is gathered before I speak.
We're not taking the money. We can't give in to MK. We have to keep fighting.
MK's gonna want to put you in your place now. You know that, right?
They've spent a lot of time working on the art of retaliation.
It would have been wiser to accept the money and betray them when you had room to maneuver. Now we'll have to find another way, while we still can.
Nevertheless, we send along our answer. You were the one who suggested the lawsuit in the first place, Ursula. Come on. Have a spine. It only takes a minute before we receive an eviction notice. We didn't see that coming. MK wants us out at the end of the month in a week and a half. As an aside, they mentioned they plan to open our gardens to the public as a service to the community. New Elysians and tourists will love this idea and will be on the street. How are we going to endure that? I don't care. It was the right thing to do. Okay. Alright, we have to do these. Restricted liberties, application denied. A new tax. Okay, we'll lose the chaos crystals. The Trivid announces the news. Since some criminal elements have been disrupting Atina's peace, any person outside after 8:30 p.m. will be arrested. No more acts of resistance. Gatherings of more than 8 people in a public space, including stores, are now forbidden. No more protests. The police will also be authorized to investigate any individual they deem suspicious and arrest them if needed. No more freedom. No more exceptions.
MK just obliterated citizens' rights to protest.
It won't stop people. They'll adapt. That militia they're trotting out, they'll be all over the island, thinning out crowds, counting heads.
You think they can count higher than 8?
I think. They can't be everywhere at once.
And application denied. Great. Because we have the glory crystal. Yay. Okay. Well, at least we're losing the chaos crystals we got. I didn't want them. Later that night, the Legal Aid Association gets back in touch to inform me that we aren't eligible. There's no explanation. They might as well have just said, figure it out by yourselves. MK is making sure we can't fight them in or out of court. I'm not looking forward to telling Nora the news, but she needs to know. Look at that skateboard. That's a cool looking skateboard. I never noticed that before. I'm sorry, I know it's not the time to be making observations like that, but...
So, they got back to me.
Nora's face falls.
That doesn't sound like good news.
It's not. We aren't eligible.
Did they say why? What were their criteria even? How are we not in need?
She believed in me despite her intuition, and my solution fell through. I feel like I failed her.
I wish I knew. I'm so sorry, Nora.
I'm glad you tried, but... ouch.
It's more than an ouch, but she doesn't want to articulate it. I don't blame her. Well, at least we're not getting a new tax. There are other things to do. Everyone's a bit stunned after that. We drift around like ghosts, processing everything that's just happened. It's hard not to feel alone. Eventually, Nora and Jade start brainstorming about how to keep helping the Prussians no matter what. Ursula and Omar are back to the budget with new intensity.
At this rate, I'm even willing to say a prayer. I'm not certain who will hear it, especially with the revelation of Reverie. But it can't hurt. I'll do my best to help. But for the time being, I need to leave for the shop. I have a few things we might be able to use.
Yana wants to help as well, but it's clear they don't feel like they belong here. They'll probably head out for a bit soon. We have a little chat. It's nothing deep, and I can tell they have something on their mind they aren't telling me about, but I can give them time. As if things aren't overwhelming enough, I remember there's still a lot of things to do today. The more people work together, the more I feel warmth returning to the Naiads. It's a start, anyway. MK feels unstoppable, but we still have to try and find a way to change that. Repair a sink, change a light bulb, move furniture around to make some more space. Hang on to normalcy. We'll get through this, somehow. Okay. At the end of the day... Oh, look. I'll leave? I'll stay? What? Well, we can talk with Yana at least. At the end of the day, there's one last thing to do. I am so exhausted. It feels like an eternity since I came back to Atina looking for Ursula. Things have only become more complex and uncertain since then. I just want to shower and sleep, but there's one last thing I should probably do. Meet with the aspirations. No doubt that they expect to hear from me directly at this point. If I try to sleep, strange dreams will wake me before I can manage any rest. Dreams of mangrove roots, of chiptunes, of rippling water and colorful flames. No time like the present. I cradle my medallion between my hands. But wait. First, Before I can dissociate and cross over into Reverie, though, Yana knocks at my door. They enter and take a look around, silent.
You look tired.
Brilliant deduction.
We share a smile, but there's a tension underlying Yana's demeanor.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I wanted to talk. And since we don't know what's coming, I'd like to do it now.
Yana is blunt about other people's feelings, but usually they keep what truly matters to them locked deep inside. Is that why they seem so tense?
After what happened, and I know now isn't the best time, and I hate that it sounds so cliche, but, I like you, Polly. We can leave that kiss on the beach if you want to, but if not, I'd love to kiss you again, now. The rest can wait until morning. Up to you.
If anything happens, will you be here in the morning?
This time, with you, I might be.
I think of everything that's happened between the two of us. Reconnecting despite the pressure of MK and Reverie, Yana sticking their neck out for me and my family. And long before that, when we were teenagers, when we were just kids, how amazing I thought they were even then. The classes we shared, the group projects we worked on. I used to help them with science homework and they'd help me with math. So much has changed over the years, but we still recognize each other. It's the world around us that's become unrecognizable, even hostile. Okay, I'll take your crystals, Glory. Of course I will. Yes. Yes. My head is buzzing, but I stand all the same. I haven't gotten a proper confession like this in years, but I'm an adult. I have to say something, so I start with a smile. And when I take their hands, a faint spark of hope alights in their eyes. We kiss, and I feel them smile against my lips. Perhaps later I'll say that I would have liked for us to talk for a while, or stargaze on the beach where we kissed, or that it was romantic or chaste at first. But in the moment, in reality, it's messy and awkward and good. It feels right. Okay. I've never had to read something like this for the channel. I will do it, though. I will do it. Shedding clothing between kisses, we move to the bed. I touch them when they remind me I can, and the rest is impulse and desire and intuition. There are moments when we laugh, when I get goosebumps and shiver at their cold fingers, or when our teeth click together. Okay, I take out the lubricant from my nightstand, and then forget about it. I think and forget a million things in this fever, and it's okay. Yana opens their mouth to say something in the stillness of the night. I turn to them, waiting, and then... There's still one thing I haven't done. Fresh air flows into the room through the open window. Yana sleeps beside me, naked atop the sheets, letting out the occasional quiet snore. They don't seem to mind the draft at all. I slept for roughly an hour, according to the clock. Now I'm just staring at the ceiling. Tonight, spending time with Yana, the sex. That was unexpected, but it helps. I feel lighter now. Everything that's happened since I returned has been so exhausting. There's a knot in my stomach at the thought of having to go back to Reverie. I feel like Chaos is gonna be like, what did you just do, Polly? What did you just do, Harmony? And Glory, too. I feel like they're the two gossipy little hens of Reverie. I don't know. I sit on the bed and grab the necklace I put in the nightstand while we were kissing. It's cold in my palms. Yana stirs.
Going somewhere?
I wish I could stay, but I have to visit Reverie.
Stay then. They'll be there tomorrow.
I really do have to go.
All right. As long as you come back.
She'll be here physically, Yana. It's fine. Eyes closed, they raise a hand, brush my chest, and woozily pat my back before going back to sleep. For a moment, I wonder if I'll appear naked in Reverie before I remember my clothes that there were always different and new. At least I have that going for me. I inhale, and reality shifts around me. Hi, aspirations. Time is near. Reverie is holding its breath against what's to come. I think of what's happened already. I think of how uncertain the future is for both of our realms.
How are you feeling?
To be honest, horrible. Drained.
Laszlo's dead. Yana's being targeted by MK. Jade's been taking risks. Ursula's determined to go to war. Nora's in danger. Omar's struggling. Atina's eyes are on us, and I can't help but wonder how much of this is my fault. I'm starting to wonder if I should just stop. But that's wishful thinking. I felt these doubts before. The only way to the future is forward. But I'm hurting. We're all hurting, and I need the aspirations to care. If I can't tell them how I feel, how can I make the choices I need to make? Stop talking. I have to bottle up my feelings. What good would it do to release them? I don't want to lose these crystals. Not so long ago, it was difficult to have an impact on your world. Do not say things you will regret. And Bond says, I am sorry we did not make you feel welcomed and appreciated. We will do better. Well, okay. I can't imagine leaving. Does leaving mean leaving the role of Harmony? Like, that would suck. But it's not good to bottle up feelings, too. We gotta tell the truth. If they react really poorly to this, then maybe I'll stop talking. The aspirations manipulated me. Did they, though? Who manipulated you besides chaos? I really don't know. I don't know where they're coming from with this the aspirations manipulated me thing. I don't really feel like that happened. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but they seem like good enough folks. Okay, fine. They tried to pressure me, they keep talking and talking inside my skull, pulling me to their reality whenever they see fit. They hurt each other, they lie, they're trapped in an endless contest. As these thoughts race through my mind, I make no effort to keep them private. Let them see, let them understand, I hope.
All of you? You're not good for each other. Or your own world. The terrible vision I saw told me that much. Are our realms really meant to be symbiotic?
Hold up. What are you saying?
Oh, this is why they say to never meet your heroes, darling. It's natural to be disillusioned.
You're correct that Reverie is imperfect and fallible. Indeed, brittle in its way. Your skepticism is not unwarranted, but neither is it productive at this stage.
Yeah, I don't really agree with this. I mean, like, I can't really vocalize my thoughts right now, But I kind of feel like this game is just like, oh, it does that thing where it presents a system and then picks apart itself and deconstructs it and shows how bad that system it invented is. But like, it's like The Good Place, you know, how The Good Place like invented its own system for the afterlife and then spent the majority of the show's run deconstructing how like this point system and how heaven and hell are decided upon is flawed and doesn't really go with the way humanity works. But I don't really feel that way about Reverie. Like, yeah, Chaos is a jerk and Glory was easily manipulated, but these four, like, what have they done bad to us? Like, everything that's bad that's happened has been MK's fault. It hasn't been these guys' fault. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. I don't want to lose my truth crystal. And I don't know. Like, the thing about this kind of game, this choice-based system, it's very much a power fantasy, and I wouldn't be playing this kind of game if I didn't enjoy the power fantasy of being able to shape the destiny of my world. You know what? I don't really care what Polly has to say at this point. I'm gonna stop talking. No, never mind. They wouldn't understand.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I have to keep going.
I have to believe that things can be different, better in the end. I just hope there won't be too steep a price to pay. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good decision ultimately, but I don't really care. I don't necessarily... I still love this game a lot. I don't necessarily jive with its own perception of itself, though. You know? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. I'm having a lot of thoughts and not really finding the best way to vocalize them, but I don't know. I hopefully will be able to express myself better. I'm not mad at the game at all. Just questioning its choices a little bit. Some of its choices, I still really enjoy it. I love the characters and the way the story is going. I love the general philosophy of it, and like political philosophy rather. And I don't know. It feels like a game that is in conversation with the studio's previous work, with, say, Life is Strange. I've had this thought for a while. And I don't know. It's a conversation that should be had, but, and I think it's very brave of them to put this idea forward that, oh, giving the power to shape fate is like an overstep and everything. Like, I feel like the biggest betrayal that Polly has felt was that the aspirations didn't tell her that Laszlo might die, but like, how would they know that? Why does she expect they would know that? She was like mad at the aspirations when Laszlo died, and I don't feel like it was their fault at all. I don't know. It's... yeah. It's just that little like meta commentary on like the genre of the game, the genre of choice-based games that I find a little bit questionable. Otherwise, I'm still enjoying myself and excited to see how the game ends. So, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more Harmony, The Fall of Reverie.